pole, that number 19 car, Carlton Smith. Okay, driver number 3 car, Don Gregory. Don Gregory Jr., that number 3 car.
15 laps, the first 2 cars transfer to the main event, the first 2 cars. Again, Carlton Smith, Don Gregory Jr., Scott Hemp, and Bob Blounce, Ron Otto Jr., Mark Malkin, Mike Miller, and
John Crumrine in the 44 car.
Forrester Fry and Mike Carroll.
Tonight's flagman for your races will be Eddie Womack, flagman up Mid-Belt Speedway for 37 some years. So he'll be looking the field over and we'll be looking for that green flag to come out here momentarily. Keep your eye on flag, but Eddie Womack. We're looking for a green flag this time by. Smith and Gregory still going after that number 1 car. Don't forget the first 2 cars do advance to the feature. Carl Smith does move on for that number 1 spot. Back in the 75 car, moving to that number 3 spot. Ron Otto on the outside. He is your second place car. Now, bar out, Scott Hemp, that 72 car is Ron Otto.
Halfway, the last time by. Scott Hemp, Ron Otto Jr., Mark Malkin.
Scott Hemp slipping out, coming off that number 4 corner. Ron Otto moves on the inside of him, takes over that number 1 spot. with Ron Otto, Scott Hemp, Mark Malkin, and Bob Blunt. Right flag, 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to go. Here's Ron Otto, number 1 spot, running that second place this time, the 72 car. Scott Hemp. Here they come up at number 4 corner to pick up that checkered flag going to Ron Otto Jr. Scott Hemp, that 72 car, coming home second. Now pick the 75 car, your third place car. And that number 31 car coming home fourth is Bob Blunt. Bob Blount.
Have a message, Tammy Neese to the main gate, please. Tammy Neese to the main gate, General Mission Gate B.
Young driver from right here in Columbus, Ohio, the Nationwide Auto Parts sponsored number 52 car. He runs a fast racing engine. This is Ron Otto Jr. And he picks up that first heat race checkered flag, and Ron has locked himself in the big main event feature for tomorrow afternoon. Number 6 car is Mike Carroll. And the 59 car is Burgess White. So they'll be going at it 15 laps here. And of course, top 2 cars moving into that big feature event for tomorrow afternoon. Fans, just to make that feature show tomorrow, just to start the race, pays $700. So first and second place next race, for all practical purposes, is worth $700 a piece. So these guys will go at it. Flag for Eddie Womack looking over. We're looking for a green flag this time out. A couple of cars flipping up when that green flag come out, and 2 of the guys getting together going down in the infield, part of it in the 88 car. Here comes Danny Bazell. Ken Phillips looks for that green flag coming off that number 4 corner. Okay, then comes Dennis Berry. Terry Humphreys, Rich Rohr, Bruce Vanderline, Frank Parvin, Burgess White, and the 45 car, Dave Jackson. Okay, Bozell and company will be looking for that green flag coming off that number 4 corner. Humphreys jumped to that number 2 spot. Bozell, Humphreys, and Berry. Now, Humphreys on the outside of Bozell, going out that back straightaway. Humphreys on the outside, moves around Bozell to move to that number 1 spot. Putting a lot of pressure on Bozell. Bozell's quite up a long track, but he does get it back down in that groove.
Five laps now complete. Terry Humphrey the leader. Bozell second. A log jam starting to form behind Bozell. That second and final transfer spot. Now 6 laps down.
Halfway home. It is Terry Humphreys, Andy Bozell, Dennis Berry, Rich Rohr, and Bruce Vanderline. Humphreys about 20 car lengths ahead of the second place car, so there's quite a battle going on that number 2 spot. Berry trying the inside of Bozell, going off that number 2 corner. Makes an inside move on Bozell, going on that back through it. Berry slipping up, coming off that number 2 corner. What a 4-car battle going off that 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot back here. 4 cars battling nose to nose. White flag coming out, white flag, and the top 5 cars are all painted white, so this is the white flag type race. 1 lap to go, Terry Humphreys, Andy Bozell, Dennis Berry, Rich Rohr, and Bruce Vanderline, top 5 cars. Here he comes up at number 4 corner, pick up that checkered flag, it's going to be Terry Humphreys. Andy Bozell, Dennis Berry, Rich Rohr, and Bruce Vanderline, your top 5 finishers. And of course, Humphreys and Bozell advancing to tomorrow's big main event feature.
Springfield area, Springfield, Ohio. In comes 89 Chris Orr from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Car number 121 is next. That's Lenny Waldo in car number 121.
27 car, Kim Wallace, Peterborough, Ontario, Canada.
Then comes Bobby Bowser in car number 3.
Number 15, Rich Duger out of Chippewa Lake, Ohio. 32, Mike Pulley out of Flint, Michigan, or Cliff Pulley out of Flint, Michigan. Okay, 60, Dave Walker out of Doylestown, Ohio. And 24 is Tom Joy from the Cleveland, Ohio area. Looks like a bad break for the big bird, Robbie Dean. Some sort of mechanical problems on that 94 machine. Hopefully he'll be able to push start the car.
Race, the next event. 2 cars transferred to the main event tomorrow. Dick Barker set the pace, come on that number 4 corner, looking for that green flag. Getting a little jumpy on the start, and Flagman Eddie Womack not liking that start, so he threw the yellow flag out, and we will restart the event. Made contact on that number 3 corner and caused the yellow flag to come out, so both them drivers will be penalized and be sent to the back. Okay, excuse me, Bobby Bowser driving the number 3 car. Bobby Bowser in the number 3 car, not Don Gregory Jr.
more to go. We'll go with the single file restart. And Robbie Dean and Tim Ice right now. Car putting some pressure on ice. Inside of Robbie Dean. 137 car off the pace, pulls into the infield. Top 4 cars.
The winner, Robbie Dean. Second went to Tim Ice. I messed up on the name on the car number 11. That's not Mike Carroll. That is Scott Drake in 11. He finished third. Fourth went to car 21, Lenny Waldo. Fifth was car 27, Kim Wallace. Only 2 transferred to the main event. It's Randy Van Zant, Bussy Blackford, Greg Markham, Roger Black, Pat Jones, Don Wednall, Terry Cook, Dan Eves, Ray Frucci, and Denny Dean.
steady the pace. Blackford still holding on that number 2 spot, but being challenged heavily on the inside by Markham. And now Markham does take that number 2 spot from Blackford. Here comes Pat Jones to that number 2 car. He is on the inside of Buckford. We're looking for that number 3 spot. Still staying at pace. 1-2. Real battle right back in between Pat Jones, Blackford, and Whitnall for that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. Halfway home, and it's still Van Sant Markham. Buffy Blackford, and the 81 car of Don Whitnall.
In 73 and Dan Eves in 33 make contact over on the backstretch. 10 laps are complete, 5 remain. Randy Van Zandt and Greg Markham still your leaders. Now Pat Jones begins to put some pressure on Markham. Pat Jones in 2. This time for Randy Van Zandt. And the winner, car 36, Randy Van Zandt. Second is Greg Markham. 3rd, Pat Jones. 4th, Don Whitnall. 5th, Bussy Blackford, and 6th, Terry Cook. Getting a whole bit too much of that tire, and I'm getting enough of that track at the same time, and too much throttle. Turns that number 84 car, Eric Canfield, gets it spun around, and we'll have a complete restart. Canfield and Bob Justice lead it back around. The 12-lap first heat race for the limited sportsman cars.
Canfield and Justice set the pace, coming off that number 4 car, looking for that green flag. Completed. We still got 12 laps to go, and try and get these cars side by side, bumper to bumper, so they get an equal, fair chance. Very, very important race for these drivers. Okay, we'll look for that green one more time.
Justice the leader. Eric Canfield in 84 is second. Now Joe Hill, an outside in move, takes over the second position. Joe Hill is now second. Two laps complete this time by. Brown Jr. with a spin on the front stretch. Green remains out. Bob Justice, Joe Hill, Steve Scott, your top three.
Summers that 3 car moving on the inside of Scott. Summers moving around Steve Scott for that number 3 spot. That Summers the 3 car moves into the 3rd spot.
I'll get the halfway signal this time around. 6 laps complete. 2 cars transfer to the feature. Mike Carroll now moving on the outside. Mike Carroll in 1. White flag this time. Here comes Mike Carroll on the outside again. Still Bob Justice. Joe Hill. So your 2 transfer cars are Bob Justice and Joe Hill.
Doug Summers, that number 3 car, doing a real fine job. First time ever at Columbus Motor Speedway, and putting a lot of pressure on them leaders.
4th place unofficially was Mike Carroll, I believe. Steve Scott actually finished 4th, and Mike Carroll 5th. But Bob Justice was the winner, car sponsored by the Ohio Bank Auction.
Hey, car, this is Wes Galbraith.
Car number 9 is next. It's Jim Cruz.
In the 550, Kenny Carroll. In the 55 car, Chris Damasio.
And car number 91, Scott Drake. Car 72, Rick Stone.
And in the 15 car,
Mike Florjanik.
Cleveland, Ohio driver Mike Florjanik. Gets it mixed up going on that back straightaway and gets in that number 3 corner hard in that hub rail.
Remain. Complete restart. Gets it mixed up coming off that number 4 corner and spins into the infield to make any contact with any other cars.
laps in, so we'll have a complete restart. Osborne and Galbraith setting the pace. We'll have a complete restart. 12 laps to go. Down it is Osborne, Galbraith, and Carroll, top three cars. Tomasco in a 55 car, putting some pressure on that 9 car on the inside, moving around him. Before Jank, that number 15 car, hard into that hub rail. Looks like apparently must have blew something on that car. Carroll looking to the outside of Galbraith. We're coming in on 6 laps, 6 more to go. Still Osborne, Galbraith, Carroll, and Damasio, top 4 cars. Wes Galvin in the 98 car, Ted Carroll in that 550 car, and DeMasi on a 55 car. Next time by, they'll be seeing a white flag. White flag, one more lap to go. Osborne way out front. Galvin's that number 2 car. Here's the transfer car this time. Checkered flag out. Here he comes off that number 4 corner. It's going to go to the old 2 car of Osborne. Coming home second at 98 car. Wes Galvin. Third place. Car Kenny Carroll on a 550 car. And Chris DeMasi on that 55 car. Coming home 4th.
So Charlie Osborne, the winner. In 02. Car sponsored by Capital Petroleum Equipment and Fergie's Towing.
Mac Gribble Jr.
73 is Randy Sward. Not sure we ever got a name on the 5. We'll have to check on that name on the car number 5. 55 is John Strobel, the black 55.
Okay, and the other 55, I believe, is Dennis Sakosh from Springfield, Ohio.
And then car 21, Donald Parsons III.
Starts, a yellow flag comes back out. Carter and Brown will be setting that pace. Caught off at number 4 corner, looking for that green flag. The race leader, Gribble, running from the next Saturday car. back in a side-by-side battle for that number 2 spot. Remember, the top 2 cars transfer to the feature. Gribble has some breathing room right now.
Race for that second spot between Gary Carter and Randy Swarm. John Strobel is fourth.
6 laps down, 6 more to go, and it is Matt Gribble Jr., Randy Sward, and Gary Carter, the top 3 cars. Number 4 corner, look at that trigger flag. It's going to go back. Gribble Jr. in the 72 car. And Randy Sward in that 70, or Sward in that 73 car. Going to that second spot. Real fine performance by Mac Gribble Jr., first year driving a sports stock, or a limited sports car. Shop drive-through Gribble Truck Services, a Ford Probe, and also sponsored by Snap-on Tools. And they run his car this year in the honor of the late Gene Pringle, a very personal friend of Mac Gribble Sr. and Jr., helped him out a lot in racing. And of course, Gene was a friend of everybody involved in racing. Super good friend. We lost Gene last winter. So they decided to dedicate this racing season to Gene Pringle.
Car 1, Jerry Young, and car 50, Kurt Halbidow. 10-lap first heat race for the ARCA Pro 4s. Jeff Von Bargen, the leader down the backstretch. Wayne Schmidt is second. Now Bob Combo moves up to challenge Wayne Schmidt for that second spot. He'll complete 2 laps this time around out of this 10-lap heat race. And Bob Cumbo, your new leader. Cumbo from Millersport, Ohio, and here comes Kurt Halbidow from Imperial, Pennsylvania. Halbidow now second. He and Cumbo draw away from the remainder of the pack. Bob Marvin now moves up to 3rd spot. halfway this time by as Habital pulls alongside of Cumbo through 3 and 4. And Kurt Habital in a hurry. Your new leader, Cumbo, is second. Bobby Marvin third. Tony Tanarelli is fourth. Checking out in a big way. Cumbo still second. White flag this time for Kurt Habital as he laps Carol Hargis. Cumbo is second. Bobby Marvin third. Winner of heat race number 1, Kurt Habital. Bob Cumbo second, Bobby Marvin third, Tony Tanarelli fourth, Jerry Young fifth, Wayne Schmidt is sixth, and Jeff Von Bargen seventh. Don't forget, the gates open at 11 tomorrow morning, racing at 2 p.m. The lineup for the second heat race, Jeff Sheets in car number 11. Alongside is Brian Freeze in 28. Then comes Joyce Slaughter in car number 8 and 74, James Kearley. The third row is Malcolm Lovelace in car number 81 and Lenny Waldo in 8. Then comes Larry Smith in 40, Jody Guerra in 13, and in car number 12, Robbie Pyle. Jeff Sheets, the leader, down the backstretch. Brian Freeze is second in car number 28. Still Jeff Sheets, Brian Freeze, Malcolm Lovelace third. Now Lenny Waldo moves around Malcolm Lovelace for the third spot, and he now moves beside Brian Freeze. Sheets is squirrely in turn number 4. And the new leader, Lenny Waldo. This 10-lapper this time around. Waldo, Sheets, Freeze, Lovelace, and Pyle, the top 5. time for Lenny Waldo. Jeff Sheets still runs second. Ryan Freeze is third. Up from last starting place, Robbie Powell is fourth. Winner will be Lenny Waldo. Car number, I guess they'll score that as 87. Close race for that second spot. It'll be Jeff Sheets second. Ryan Freeze third. Robbie Pyle fourth. Fifth was Malcolm Lovelace. Sixth, Larry Smith. In 57, and alongside Robin Slaughter, then comes Tim Critchell in 14, and outside of him in 91, Billy Graham. Car 75 is Eddie Adams. Car 80 is Rick Haynes. Then comes Chad Butcher and Jack Weethy. The leader, but Tim Critchell blows by on the backstretch. Critchell now the leader. The leader. Now Jack Weethy tries to move around for that second spot, and Weethy is now second. Chad Butcher up to third. Will be halfway the next time by. 5 laps to go. This is the final event of the evening. Jack Weethy putting a dent in the lead, held by Tim Critchell. Weethy in 55. Slaughter in car number 6 off the pace, off the track. Jack Weethy still trying to move around Critchell for the win. And now Weethy challenges on the backstretch. White flag this time for the new leader, Jack Weethy. Tim Critchell is second. Chad Butcher third. Rick Haynes fourth. And the winner of the third heat race for the ARCA Pro 4s will be Jack Weethy. Followed by Tim Critchell, Chad Butcher, Rick Haynes, Bill Withers, Eddie Adams, and Billy Graham.
division. Okay, for Vic Tannerelli in the ARCA Pro 4 fastest qualifier, and that's quite an event with all this fine competition here today from Gazelle Oil, Mount Logan, Ohio, and they sell them fine Cam 2 oil products. I want to give you that fine trophy and congratulate you for being fastest qualifier. You want to say anything to him?
You're going to take pictures? You want to get them all together? Okay. All right. Sports time.
Okay, now Dennis Kelly. Dennis, a regular Columbus Motor Speedway, as is Vic, of course. And Dennis is fastest qualifier. And again, this fine trophy from them Cam 2 products and Gazelle Oil out of Logan, Ohio. Congratulations. And I think these guys have to have that Cam 2 gas in that car to go that fast, right?
If they want to win.
That's right. Okay, now the late models. Been 60-some late models here this weekend. Guys working real hard still over in the pit area right now, trying to figure out what to do. And here's a guy that figured it out right off the get-go, maybe, huh?
Yeah, I owe a lot of credit to the car owners and pit crew because they do. I'm just like the quarterback of a football team. But Paul Stoll and Earl Langley and the gang, they're the ones that made it fast. I just pushed a button.
Okay, but sometimes, you know, it's still, you got to do your part. They did their part, and hopefully everything comes together. You got half the job done by being the fastest qualifier.
Yeah, it feels good to be locked in.
Just be there when that 100th lap hits, right?
Yeah, we know we got a shot at racing for 7,000 to win now. It makes it a nice race.
It's quite a purse, and I want to congratulate these Talati people for putting this main event on, putting some money up for these asphalt drivers. There's not a lot of big money races in short track asphalt racing, and by the car count, it certainly shows that a lot of the guys appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the fast qualifier gesture is nice because it eliminates some sandbagging from time to time at different racetracks.
Sure does. Okay, this is from Gazelle Oil, Logan, Ohio. Again, we want to congratulate Dick Dunleavy for being the fastest qualifier, and Dick picks up a check for $200 just for being the fastest qualifier. Congratulations, Dick.
Thank you.
From Stroudsburg, Ohio, a guy who picked up the John Nichols Memorial 3 years ago here at the Speedway. Call him Captain Sizzle, Mark Malkett. Alongside in car number 21 from Columbus, Ohio, Lenny Waldo.
Okay, and following behind Malcolm at 7 car is Rich Roy out of Canton, Ohio.
Outside of Rich, in car number 2, Pat Jones from the Dayton, Ohio area.
In the 70 car, the first winner of the number 1, the first main event from Clarkton, Michigan, and then number 70 car, Dennis Berry. In the 43 car, Ken Phillips.
And in the next row, car number 8 from Springfield, Ohio, the ARCA competitor racing here at the Speedway this weekend, Bobby Bowser.
55, Bussy Blackford. In the 53 car, this is Mike Miller. 27 all the way from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, is Kim Wallace. In the 44 car, this is John Crumbine. 32 car, all the way from Flint, Michigan. This is Cliff Pulley.
That's the red 32, down white 32 from Huntington, West Virginia, Forrester Fry. In the next row, in car number 6, Mike Carroll.
Okay, alongside of Mike Carroll at 6 car, and at 15 car, this is Richard Duker from Chippewa Lake, Ohio. 60, John Gerhardt. Number 2 is John Owens, also a Canadian driver.
Number 16, Mike Denny from Columbus, and beside him in car number 24, Tom Joy from Cleveland, Ohio.
And pushing the field in the number 90 car, this is Paul Barnes, Canton, Ohio driver. Top 4 guys will advance to their feature 15 laps. one of the hottest runners in this part of the country, starting on the pole of the consolation. So it tells you what kind of competition we have. We're looking for that green flag this time by.
Malkin in 75, Waldo in 121. The front there, they race side by side for the first lap. And Bobby Bowser in car number 6. Made that car number 8 with a spin, causing a major collision. Also involved over there, Forrester Fry in 32. 16 is Mike Denny. 6, Mike Carroll. 24, Tom Joy. A 27 car.
Kim Wallace, Canadian driver, about 9 cars stacked up there.
So still Mark Malkin and Lenny Waldo on the front row. Two legendary names in stock car racing in Northeast and Central Ohio. 15 laps to go. Waldo trying to get that car down. That's a V6 powered car, the 121 car. Lenny Waldo. Mike Carroll back out onto the track in car number 6. Waldo still trying to get down in front of Malkin. Malkin holds the tight line on the inside. Pat Jones is 3rd, Rich Rohr 4th. The top 4 to the main event. And now Waldo with the advantage. Lenny Waldo the leader. Malkin relegated to 2nd. Pat Jones and Rich Rohr fight it out for that 3rd and 4th position with Dennis Berry in hot pursuit. Five laps complete, 10 to go. Mike Carroll off the racetrack on the backstretch. He'll call it a day.
Halfway home is still Waldo, Malkin, Rohr, Jones, and Berry.
Now Pat Jones has slipped back to 3rd and 4th spot. A race between he and Dennis Berry. Keep in mind, only the top 4 transfer. 5 laps to go this time around. Joins into that scramble for the 4th spot. Blackford in 55. The leaders in counter lap traffic. Waldo still the leader. They lap Tom Joy. Down the backstretch. Now Tom Joy, apparently a tire rod on that car goes by. Ford goes to the inside of Malkin. White flag this lap. Rich Rohr up the top Mark Falcon for that second spot. It looks like the top four is pretty much settled. It'll be Lenny Waltham at the finish, Rich Rourke second. Mark Falcon third, and Dennis Berry fourth. Those four cars move on to the main event.
Then we go up to Kalamazoo, Michigan for Chris Orr in the 89 car. And Plymouth, Indiana driver, the 31 car, Bob Blunt.
Then comes car 29, Roger Black from Barberton, Ohio, and alongside of him, a second generation driver from right here in Columbus, Ohio, Don Gregory Jr.
Okay, 37, Port Huron, Michigan. This is Dick Barker.
And alongside of Dick in car number 19, from Centerville, Ohio, Carlton Smith.
98 car, got Burns up at Speedway, up at Toledo Speedway. This is Terry Cook. 86, Bob Sibla. 33 is Danny Eves. In the 88 car, Frank Parlin, drives up around the Akron, Ohio area.
Car 45, an ASA competitor every week, but this week with no ASA races here, it's Dave Jackson, and alongside from Columbus, Ohio, Ray Frucci.
Okay, a Canadian driver, the number 2 car. This is John Owens.
And in car number 12, Denny Dean. And last but not least, car 59, Burgess White. 17 cars, only 4, will transfer to the main event. Bruce Vanderlaan, I believe he was the track champion at Grand Rapids Berlin Raceway this year. 81, Don Wetnall is a fast track champion here at Columbus Motor Speedway.
And for some of the Ford fans in the audience, the number 89 car, Chris Orr, is a Ford Thunderbird powered by a Ford motor. Jumps in early lead. Whitlock falls in behind him. Chris Orr behind him. There's Roger Black over that number 4 spot.
Cars draw away from the rest of the pack. Looks like Bob Blount's had a serious push. Car 31, Bob Blount, not able to get off the corners. That car with a dramatic understeer. Dick Barker and Bob Sibla look for a way around the 31 car. Meantime, the race for that second spot heats up. Wetnall in 81, Chris Orr in 89 from Kalamazoo. And Roger Black from Barberton.
Chris Orr losing that second spot. Roger Black now, he looks to the outside of Whitnall. Number 5 spot. He has a lot of ground to make up to catch up to the top 4 cars.
Halfway through the event. 9 laps now complete. And Sibla now 5th. He'll set his sights on Don Letnall. Letnall now the final transfer car, but Sibla will be trying to rail him in. With 5 laps to go, it's still Bruce Vanderlaan, Chris Orr, Roger Black, and Don Letnall.
Number 2 spot.
White flag this time around for Bruce Vanderlaan in 40. Race for that second spot between Chris Orr and Roger Black. And the 4 transfer cards will be Bruce Vanderlaan, Chris Orr, Roger Black, and Don Letnall. Bob Stimler was 5th, Bob Blount was 6th.
Okay, then comes Doug Summers in number 3 car, Ken Carroll in a 550 car.
Nick Kelly in 5, and
Chris DeMacio in that 55 car.
11 is Steve Scott, 9 is Mike Carroll, 84K is
Dennis Canfield, Eric Canfield.
And we're gonna have a start. Mike Brown is in 20, car 26 is Gary Carter. 21 is Donald Parsons III, 72 Rick Stone, 53 is Russell Bob, and 22 Mike Brown Jr. And Gary Carter in car 26 off the track in turns 1 and 2. Craig Milligan to the Speedway office, please. Karen or Craig Milligan to the Speedway office.
Sponsored car is the man on the bubble. That is the 6th place car. So all the guys in front of him will advance to the feature.
1 lap complete. 14 remain. Mike Carroll, John Strobel, is it John Summers?
Doug Summers. Kenny Carroll.
And Dick Kelly. And then the 55 car is Sekosh. Oh, Chris Damasio. John Strobel stretches out that lead. The top 6 to the main event for the Sportsman cars.
Your 6th place car is still Chris DeMoss, still that 55 car. Cadville trying to reel him in, gets up on his back bumper now. Cars now put some real estate between them and the 4th, 5th, and 6th place car.
Five laps to go this time around. Dick Kelly, hello, how do you do? In the 5 car to the 550 car.
Back there in the back, some of the drivers getting a little more aggressive back here behind DeMontio. Same car, that blue and red 55 car, really ought to move in an outside lane.
A log jam back there for that 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. Your leader is down on the backstretch. He'll get the white flag this time. Mike Carroll in car number 1. John Strobel is 2nd.
Then comes Doug Summers.
Dick Kelly is 4th.
Dennis Kelly at number 5 car. And Kenny Carroll, Chris DeMoss, and Canfield that 84 car.
And the winner will be car number 1. Mike Carroll. Strobel is 2nd. Summers 3rd. Kelly 4th. Kenny Carroll is 5th. And your final transfer car, Mike Tomasio. Chris Tomasio. In 76, Bobby Marvin. Car number 8 is Joyce Slaughter, and alongside her husband, Robin Slaughter in 6th. The 3rd row in car 28 is Brian Freeze, and alongside in car number 57, Bill Withers. Car number 11, Jeff Sheets comes next, and then Carol Hargis is in 70. 10 laps, the top 4 cars transferred to the feature event for the ARCA Pro 4s. 10 laps. Tim Critchell the leader. Bobby Marvin is 2nd. Joyce Slaughter runs 3rd. Squarely on the backstretch, he loses several positions. The race for the lead between Tim Critchell in 14 and 76, Bobby Marvin. Still Joyce Slaughter in 3rd. differential. Oh! Chain reaction over in turn number 2. Brian Freeze in 28 and 57 Bill Withers.
Okay, you might want to keep an eye on that 76 car. Bobby Marvin, look, he was flat-footing it all the way around the speedway before that yellow flag come out.
Number four this time of the 10-lap event. Bobby Marvin trying to work through the husband and wife tag team. An outside in move by Marvin. Joyce is not letting loose of that lead. But now Marvin underneath on the backstretch. Bobby Marvin, the new leader. Now Marvin begins to switch his advantage. It's Bobby Marvin, Joyce Slaughter, Robin Slaughter, and Brian Freeze.
Sunday afternoon ride, one-handed, a drop, one hand, rest the other on the side of the corner, and I think he may be flattening it all the way around his speedway. Okay, white flag coming out for Bob Marvin and company, one more lap to go. Top 4 will pass the feature. It's Bobby Marvin, Joyce Slaughter, then comes Robin Slaughter.
And fourth, Brian Freeze, and Marvin will be the winner. Bobby Marvin. Second goes to Joyce Slaughter. Third, Robin Slaughter. And fourth, Brian Freeze. Finishing fifth, Carol Hargis, and sixth, Bill Withers.
Bobby Marvin, Columbus, Ohio, driving a Wonko Auto Parts sponsored machine, made it look easy, one-handed all the way around the speedway.